How to make Americano at home. 9 superb guides to make it. We as coffee lovers often want to make Americano at home ourselves so that the money spent is not too much, but we are often confused about how to make it. Espresso machines can be used as standalone appliances that make delicious espresso on their own, or it can also be integrated into an entire kitchen system so that you can enjoy great tasting coffee in almost every room of your house. Adding water to an Americano makes it less concentrated than a regular cup of coffee, resulting in the volume and taste of a regular cup of coffee. A double shot of espresso is usually made by adding 2 shots of espresso together. However, a single or triple shot can be used depending on taste preferences or caffeine boosts needed. A classic Americano is simply 2 espresso shots poured over hot coffee, but you can also mix in cream, milk, or even sugar if you want to temper the bold espresso flavor of your Americano. An iced Americano is another variation of the famous drink that's especially popular in the summer. Here are the equipment and ingredients you'll need to make your own cafe Americano. An espresso machine, or a few shots of pre-made espresso from your Nespresso machine or local coffee shop. Hot water. A coffee cup. Your favorite coffee mug. Fresh whole coffee beans or freshly ground coffee. A coffee grinder, if you plan on using whole coffee beans. A kitchen scale for measuring out your coffee beans. A tamper to pack your coffee grounds. Turn on your espresso maker. Make sure you turn it on before beginning the Americano making process, otherwise you might be waiting for a while until your espresso maker heats up. Measure out your coffee using your kitchen scale. Grind your coffee beans. Place the precise amount of ground coffee into the grinder and turn it on the lowest setting possible, or use a manual grinder. Prepare your containers. Wash the wand attachment on your coffee maker. Before using your espresso machine, wipe down the portafilter. If you decide to pull an espresso shot, whether it's a single, double or triple shot, it will take the same amount of time. If you're making an Americano, decide how much water you want added to your espresso depending on the strength of your shot, the size of your cup, and how you like your Americano. Combine your espresso and hot water. Make sure to always add your espresso to the water, never the other direction. Add your own mix-ins. A regular Americano is just espresso and water without any flavorings or toppings added. If you don't own a fancy espresso machine, then you can still make espresso at home for your Americano. There's no need to buy an expensive espresso machine if you don't want one. Depending on how many shots of espressos you choose to include, the amount of caffeine in your Americano will vary, but a traditional Americano contains less caffeine than a comparable size cup of regular coffee. For example, an 8-ounce Americano contains 75 mg/mg of caffeine, while an 8-ounce drip coffee has 185 mg of caffeine.